Welcome to Boss Table Discussions. I'm your girl Michelle, a vlog about passion, fashion, and business. I sit down with local business owners and see what their passion is, what their business is, and what service they provide, with the goal of connecting people. Maybe there's a service that you need and you saw a business on my show and now you know about it. Or if you're a business owner, I want you to have new clientele. It's a win-win situation. So if you're interested in being a part of the show, click on the link below, leave your information, and I'll definitely reach out. Let's have a boss table discussion.
Sit down with me, let's have a discussion.
What's up, It's your girl Michelle, here with another episode of Boss Table Discussions. Well, today's a little remix, Boss Couch Discussions.
Yeah.
I'm with my boy, George, a.k.a. J.Create,
Yeah.
a.k.a. McFly.
Only if you know me, though.
right. Only if you cool like that. So how you doing today?
I'm doing well.
Thank you so much for meeting with me.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's Sunday. It's a good day for this.
We in the kitchen.
Yeah.
About to cook. Cool. So tell me about exactly what you do, what your business is about, like what services you provide.
Yeah. So my company is called JusCreations. It was built under the development of reaching out to artists who didn't really have a avenue to create or didn't have the knowledge to create. So I was one of those artists and I wanted to make my own brand and I didn't really have the information to do so. So what I did was started interning for companies. I started going to print shops asking to help them. They're like, we can't pay you. I just did it for free for 2 years.
Oh, wow.
So with all that though, I gained the knowledge of how to speak the business and how to work the business. And with all that, I started just reaching out to customers that were within my age, within my creativity. And that's kind of how I got started.
So creativeness in terms of print.
Yeah.
Right, okay. You did my tablecloth for the Lego business, and also
that was the beginning.
Yeah, I remember when I paid you, you were super excited. I was like, oh, that's so cute.
If you knew the story behind that and what it took to make that tablecloth, it was a lot. There was about.
I wish I would have brought it too. There
was 90% finesse and 10% legit. Okay, this is how you do it.
Nice.
But that's just the beauty of JusCreations is because I didn't go and research. I didn't go and really get the professional side of it. I went and just dove right into it and having the opportunity of Danny plugging me with you. You know, it was it gave me the experience to work firsthand in the industry.
That's awesome.
So a lot of my projects starting off was just that way. Because I would have creative people come up to me hey, I want to do a tablecloth. Or I had people come up to me hey, I want to do my clothing brand and I want inside tags and I want a print on the sleeve and I want this. And I just was always to say yes.
Not even necessarily having that experience as of yet.
Yeah, it was a bad habit because I knew it could be done. So that was me always just yeah, I could do it. And then I'll turn around how is this going to happen? But I always kind of figured it out. I always really came through for the most part. And to this day, this is where we're at 4 years now.
That's awesome. I still have my sticker on my car, by the way.
Yeah.
It is still there, standing the test of time.
Yeah. And that was all just new to me. I ended up buying that. I was hey, I can do stickers, by the way. And
I was okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's the development of JusCreations was just you giving me an idea and me making it come to life. So the simplicity of just the name itself, JusCreations, is just that. It's JusCreations. Whatever I can do, I'll do my best to do. So
Just J.U.S.
J.U.S.
Get it right.
Justified under style.
Nice.
That's my first time saying that on video, actually.
That works.
Yeah.
Nice. If somebody was interested in getting shirts made or hats made, how do they go about doing that?
Well, I have my business email, which is create@justcreations.com, and you can reach out through me through that way. You can text me. You can reach out to me through social media, which is J, just the letter, .create, so JCreate. And If you have any questions about how going about it, or if you have any questions of what you already have and how you want to go about it, I'm just there to facilitate that. So if it's you have your logo ready, if you don't have your logo ready, if you really know what you want to go on a bulk order, if you just want a one-off or a show, it's really you just letting me know exactly what you need, and then I can kind of break it apart and let you know what I could do for you. So I'm open to any type of order. I just really like you to be prepared for what you want. Because I just take off. Once you give me the go, it's like foot on the gas pedal. We're running. So.
Have you had it where somebody asked you for something and you're just kind of winging it, and you've kind of had to, where you've messed up a little bit, or, and then does that cost you, I know that costs you time, but resources, and, that's kind of a... That's crazy way.
That's a good question.
But if it works,
Yeah, it's a super good question. I haven't calculated my time within this business. If I do, I'd probably say I'm like really negative within like currency. Because I've spent maybe like 18 hours out of my day for the last like years. I don't know that much if I'm exaggerating, but I really work on this every day. And when projects approach, I can either get it really good, I can get it where it takes me, I can tell you like, hey, this project's going to be done on Tuesday, and really it's going to take me to like next week. So like I'm there scrambling through like the hours of the night. So I made a lot of mistakes where I just spoke too fast and kind of put a deadline for myself. And that's one of the things like with creativity that I've come to find out is like you can't really put a date for the most part on it unless you really mastered that skill.
Yeah.
I'm getting closer to like mastering a lot of skills. So like as of recently, for like the last year or so, I've been doing really well with coming through. But the beginning was always like pretty tough. But I got a hand on it now.
Awesome. And it's a learning process at the end of the day. So.
Yeah. A lot of my customers appreciate that though. Like me having the space for you to come to. It's really a good value because you get to see me in action working. You get to be there next to me, like, on your social media recording me. You get to see that like live footage versus sending it off to a factory. You don't know where your product's at. You don't know what's going on with it. You get it back. It might be something you don't like. I can tell you maybe like 50% of my projects end up coming out greater when I'm working next to you.
That's awesome.
Because you'll look at it, you're like, oh, you know what, like, make it a little bit lower. Or you know what, let's put it on the back. Let's put that there. And then it's like, oh, true. Yeah, let's do that. And then it just comes out being a real solid piece.
Yeah.
So I give that experience to, like, all my clients is, like, we can work that way. So.
That's beautiful in and of itself.
Yeah.
But also, too, when somebody's ordering, you don't have to think about shipping costs. And, you can come to the kitchen and pick up your merchandise right away or watch him do it and see how the process is. And later on in the show, we will see him in action, and he's gonna do a hat for me. Yeah. So we get to see him cooking in the kitchen.
Yeah.
What other projects you have going on, and what are other avenues you're involved in?
Yeah. So as of right now, I have 2 personal clothing brands aside from my manufacturing company. One goes by The Coolest, and the second one goes by The Fresco Kindred. And they both have their own flavor. They both have their own style. So, like, the Fresco Kindred is more of your Americana, blue collar, like, hipster style.
Okay.
And then the Coolest is more of your expression, pop culture. You're really feeling yourself style. So it's like you have your very vivid colors through the Coolest, and you have your very, like, monotone colors through the Fresco Kindred. So that's something that we offer through our 2 clothing brands, which I have team members with those clothing brands. One is Aaron, and the other is Angel. We have a model by the name of Malik. We have a photographer by Mikey. We have our new photographer, Jason. So we have those team members within the 2 clothing brands. I got into this game, literally like how I was telling you, like I just wanted to make clothes and I wanted to do it with cool people. And then it turned into a business, and I turned into a boss, and I turned into having to write invoices and cashing checks. I didn't think about that. That was like not something I thought about, but it definitely came with it, and I accepted. Like I charged like full force at that, so that's where I'm at with it.
So now he's gonna cook something up in the kitchen. Awesome. So let's get cooking.
Cool. Or you want to go 3, like small and center? The typical style for dad hats is like big.
I kind of wanted a cross.
Okay. So if you want to
like maybe even like WOKE.
Alright, work. So about like 5 inches then? Then we weed off the excess vinyl, which is then going to go ahead and give us your graphic. Whoa, people. Cool. So that's
Is this how anything is made?
No, this is just one style right here. This is just your heat press and vinyl method. There's styles like of screen printing, there's styles of sublimation, there's styles of embroidery and such nature. So this is just one of the formats of how to like decorate.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's your graphic right there.
Nice.
Yeah. So then what we're gonna do now, with the hat being applied, we'll go ahead and take the vinyl, hit it across, and see it's perfect. You ain't real if you ain't pressing with heat press tape, because right now I would have struggled and I probably would have messed up. But since I got this tape, it just lets me lock in my placement.
Dope.
And make sure I get the appropriate settings to lock in this for you.
And then how long does that?
I like to give the first like press at about like 8 seconds. With that, I have proper tool. So, for the most part. So now after this, we're just gonna go back and reapply and make sure. Let us know it's real.
I got a new hat. I got a new with me. Let's have a discussion. Boss table discussions. Sit down with me. Let's have a discussion.